What's up, everyone? This is it. This is the last bit of footage we have from North Carolina and Tennessee for Tales of the Dragon.
It's been almost a year.
I know.
Actually, it's been over a year.
It's hard to believe.
Damn,
man.
we're getting old.
Yeah. What a great time that was.
Yes, I want to go back.
Me too. But this one, we had to do something a little bit different, as you're going to find out here in the next couple moments. So, for those that are new to the channel, welcome. For those that are back to watch the end of this this series, welcome back. We appreciate y'all tuning in and giving us the encouragement to keep on going with these videos. So, with that said,
subscribe, please.
Exactly. You're a natural.
I try. I try.
All right, let's get on with it. All right, y'all, this is, there's a reason why we had to do this video the way that we're doing it, and that's because Jason is a copyright nightmare.
Hey, I like to listen to music when I ride. It's
know.
not my fault you can't play music on YouTube.
I get it. If I were to upload this video in its original presentation, I'm pretty sure I would be banned into oblivion. There would be so many strikes against it, it wouldn't even be funny. And it's all for terrible-ass butt rock, to be honest with you. It's probably Nickelback and Five Finger Death Punch and all the other horrible shit.
At least I was able to ride.
This is a good point. At least he was able to ride, and I unfortunately had to miss out on it. So, we're going to do things a little bit different. We're just going to do a little bit of commentary over the video, and he's going to maybe explain cool things about it that maybe I missed. I mean, I've watched through of it, and it looked fun. Probably was a lot more fun to ride, but I'll let him take it away. And what are we looking at?
We're just starting the Rattler here. Unfortunately, we started the Rattler with a truck full of lumber and another truck in front of that going below the speed limit, which just happens to be the norm in Tennessee, apparently.
I can tell you're getting bored. You're doing the wobbles.
Trying to make you seasick. That's what I'm trying to do.
Doing the wobble. So if you're wondering why the video looks the way it does, that's because about 4 days prior, we picked this camera up. It's a GoPro 360 camera. And like a typical men, we didn't read the instructions. I don't even know where the hell they went. We basically mounted it to the bike and went. And most of the footage during those rides, they were all 360. That was nice. I can get different angles, front, back, so on and so forth. Unfortunately, I guess you must have hit the wrong button or something, and it's recording in GoPro mode, so it's only going to be the front. I can't get any other different angles. I can't get backwards like I was doing previously in the series. So this is the only footage we have, and for the sake of preservation, for those that have thought about doing this ride or riding in general in this area, for those that have not been able to ride in this, or for those that cannot ride anymore and would like to ride, maybe you guys can live vicariously through Jason and Brad and Paco in this series for this particular stretch of the Rattler.
Paco.
Long story on that one. He's in Witsec right now, so we can't really use his real name because shit might go down. But I don't know if we explained what this was. I mean, this was the Rattler. This is, I think it was what, US 209 is what it is. It's 290 curves over 24 miles. A few switchbacks from what I hear, all that kind of fun shit. Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're caught behind these cars for probably about half the run, and then there is a break between the curvy sections where you hit a long stretch of straightaway with passing. So we blast past these cars. If I recall correctly, it's been a little over a year since we did this particular run. Currently have two other motorcycles behind me, and I'm on my Road Glide. My son is on his Ninja, and Paco is on his Kawasaki Vulcan S.
They look like some nice little turns. They don't look nearly as windy as what we did earlier in the week.
No, I don't think the Rattler was as technical as some of the other roads we did earlier in the week. It was a fun road. I would definitely drive it again, but we definitely had traffic issues with people doing well below the speed limit, let alone well below speeds that you have fun at, as you can see.
Yeah, it looks like a pretty well-traveled road. I mean, you got folks coming up the other side as well too. Maybe you guys just hit it at a wrong time. I wonder if when Paco did it the first time, if he hit this much traffic.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to ask him. I know he did it. I'm gonna say Tuesday. I think it was Tuesday, and we're doing this on a Thursday.
No, this is Friday.
Friday, that's right. It was on Friday, so maybe that's
Yeah.
why. And it was Friday morning. I'd say what, like 10, 11 a.m. I think is when this video is from.
Probably somewhere in that ballpark. It does look like it's about late morning, early afternoon, based off the sun.
It was after the buttered biscuit.
Oh man, don't get me started on that place.
Yeah, that's almost worth going back down there just for that place.
Oh my God, my heart is in the South. Let me tell you, and my stomach.
Yeah, I would definitely move down there again if I could.
Man, you got my mouth watering for that now. It's unquenchable. You're not going to find anything like that up where we are right now in the Delaware, New Jersey area. You got some good spots, different food, but God damn, that place is fucking good. Holy shit. You got me thinking about that. We're supposed to be talking about motorcycles, and here we are.
Unfortunately, this is a really boring section, and you might edit them out or something. I don't know if this is going to make the final cut.
Oh no, this is all final, baby.
We're
We're going through it all.
We're just going to leave the long cut on this, huh?
Long cut it is.
Well, as you can see, they're riding the brakes because we're going back downhill. And this road probably would have been a blast had they not been in front of us.
I'm getting some Final Destination vibes with that pickup
Yeah.
truck right there.
I'm keeping a pretty good distance. I'm definitely covering the brake.
You know what's crazy is that's one of those things that it's transcended pop culture. Like when you say the Final Destination thing, everybody thinks of those logs coming off the tractor trailer
Yeah, you
and
can
going
picture
through the
scene.
windshield.
Yeah, you can just picture the scene.
Yeah, it's crazy how iconic that is. I mean, the movies weren't even particularly that great. I mean, they were just kind of, you know, I don't know, average ass horror, I guess you would call it. But every time I see shit, like even when I ride anywhere else, it's just anything that's sitting like that in the back of a pickup. I think about it, and I
That's
try
how
to
my
get
wife
the whole
went down. They were carrying some junk in a trailer behind a truck, and I believe it was a table or a leg off of a dining room table bounced out of the bed and went right through our whole group. And she was the unlucky one that ran over it, ended up in the median, and slid on some wet grass in the median and went down.
Damn, I didn't realize it was that. I remember when she went down, I didn't realize it was.
Yeah, it was a table leg. I believe it was a metal table leg off of some dining room type table, like the kind that unscrew.
Damn, some Final Destination shit there.
Yep.
That's wild. Well, so if you guys are wondering why I'm not in the video, if you've been keeping up with the series, or if this is your first video that you're watching of the series, I had went down about 3 days prior in Pisgah National Forest on 276. I low-sided into a guardrail and damn near totaled the bike and damn near totaled myself. I was busted up pretty good, so I couldn't make this ride. I mean, even if I didn't get busted up.
Check that video out. Definitely go back through the playlist and check out the 2 videos pertaining to that. They're a good watch.
Yeah, watch me get hurt. It's fun, let me tell you. Everybody else seemed to enjoy it. That's the most popular video on my channel. Now, but for real, even if I didn't get a season-ending injury, I don't even know if the bike could have made this. After finding out what was wrong with it, between having a bent frame and a bent engine guard, and I bent the handlebars.
Jug was cracked.
Yeah, the jug was cracked. I mean, I did a lot of damage to that bike at even just 25 miles per hour that I didn't even realize. We didn't see. And we all looked that bike over.
We drove it home, or you drove it home.
No. Well, I drove it off the mountain.
You drove it to the ER, yeah.
Yeah, I drove it about 43 miles off that mountain because I was not going to ride nuts to butts on somebody else's bike. that shit ain't happening. There's a balls to wheels ratio, and I will walk off that fucking mountain before I jump on with another dude. I'm sorry. It just
Could have rode back with the Red Baron.
I would have rode back with that wasn't the Red Baron, it was the Red One.
Red One? Is that what
Yeah,
he was
I
called?
can't find him. He was a wrestler, I guess, down south. He helped out, man. He had them muscles. He had them hillbilly muscles, let me tell you. Yeah, I would have rode back with him. Fuck that. I mean, that shit wasn't happening. But, I mean, I couldn't leave the bike there. It was, wedged in underneath the guardrail. I don't even know how we would have recovered it at that point in time. But we had to get it back down. There's no way we couldn't leave it there. So that ended my riding season at that point in time, and I didn't get to do this. And there's a few other rides I didn't get to do as well. But this is one we were on our way to do the Rattler when I wrecked.
Yeah, we were heading back towards the house, and the Rattlers, I believe, north of where we were staying, and we were coming from the east. So we were heading back to get to the Rattler. As you can see right here, I've been slowing down and kind of yo-yoing the traffic, so I was going ridiculously slow so we could get a little bit of speed out until we caught back up to them, and then I'll slow back down again and probably repeat the process.
Those are some nice houses off to the left there.
Yeah, it's a nice area. I'd like to live out there.
It's the plan, man. Get down there and hopefully nobody else has the same idea and clogs up the roads,
Everybody else has the same idea. Unfortunately, it's just no jobs out there.
Saw a fair amount of bikes though.
Oh, there are a ton of bikes. Everybody rides through there.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean they live there.
And honestly, you kind of got to wonder what the crash ratio is down there. I mean, you got more bikes, people are more alert, more attentive. Around here, man, people don't give a fuck. They do not care.
No.
There have been several close calls every single day on the forums and groups. There's always, check on your people posts and everything else all the damn time. I can't think of anybody that we ride with locally that hasn't had numerous close calls between, shit in the roads that Del Dot and NJ Dot never clean up, and just people not paying attention or just not caring. I'm not sure which.
Both.
Probably a little bit of both, or people inattentive on the damn phone. There you go with the wobbles again.
At this point, we're going so slow, we're bored.
I could tell.
If you could hear our mics right now, there's probably a lot of choice words about the people in front of us going below the speed limit.
So yeah, you can't hear anything with that radio blasting. I mean, it's pretty loud. I mean,
it doesn't help that, you can see the speaker at the bottom of the screen. So the GoPro is maybe 8 inches, 8 inches from the speaker. So, yeah, that and the wind noise, you probably can't hear anything.
Surprisingly enough, GoPro does pretty good at vetting out wind noise. At least for this one it did. Either that or your speaker was overwhelming it. I'm not sure which, but,
Well, at this point, it wasn't my exhaust. My bike was pretty quiet on the strip.
Yeah.
I was definitely I wasn't the quietest. Jay's bike's definitely the quietest, but definitely wasn't the loudest like I'm used to.
Who's the loudest, me or Brad?
You, Brad Stock. Brad Stock's still louder than my bike with exhaust, but...
That's right, I'm the asshole.
Yep. What do you got? The Vance and Hines?
Vance and
Or
Hines.
was it Trask?
Nope, Vance and Hines,
Vance
2
and
and
Hines.
1.
Yeah.
Almost fucked that up, too, in that wreck. Yeah,
I'm surprised that didn't get... I thought the guardrail for sure would have ate that pipe.
I thought the
But
guard...
I think you're... the peg hit the guardrail instead or something and stopped it from going up to the pipe?
Yeah, the passenger pegs, which is funny because we put those on like a month prior because I was unsure if I was going to have a passenger.
You're right, we put the pegs on, but we didn't have a seat yet.
We didn't have the seat. We put the pegs on.
Because the seat didn't come in time.
Yep, I ordered a Saddleman 2-seater because, like I said, potential of a passenger, and it showed up literally while I was down there riding. And she had to come pick it up off my stoop so it wouldn't sit there for the next week.
Yeah.
Baking in the sun and probably getting rained on. And that was back when they had all those wildfires and shit from Canada coming through, all the smoke and everything.
Yeah, we missed that. We were down there. We didn't get any effects. As you can see, the sky is still pretty decent. But at home, I guess it was yellow and gray or something. They said it was really nasty back home.
Looked like something out of Diablo. People were posting memes about, especially up in New York when they were advertising. Was it Diablo 4 or whatever the whatever the Blizzard game was at the time. It had that big orange sky. It looked like something apocalyptic. It was actually, I mean, you couldn't have paid for better marketing at that point in time. That was dope as fuck. I don't play the game,
Shame the game sucked. I heard it was horrible.
yeah, I just don't have time for that shit
I
anymore.
don't either, but we actually used to all play Diablo. Like me,
Yeah.
Tris, Brad, we would all get together and play the 3, I think it was.
Yeah, I had friends that played it too. I played a little bit of Diablo too. It just wasn't my jam.
I'm sure this is really pertinent to the people who are going to be watching a motorcycle video, you know.
You know what? Maybe they play video games too, or did. I mean, at some point,
At some point you got to grow up.
At some point, nah. You don't grow up, you just get older.
If I didn't grow up, I'd already passed these assholes. Actually, you know the reason I didn't grow up, or I didn't pass these assholes?
You'd have left everybody behind.
No. Brad was behind me.
Yeah.
So Brad would have done the same.
Fair enough.
For those of you who don't know, Brad's my son, my oldest. So, kind of got to set a decent example.
Yeah, and also, too, you got one up and coming that's probably going to be riding eventually, too. And,
Yeah.
man, how cool is that going to be? He can look back and watch these videos and see all the hooligan shit we've done over the years. And don't do this. Here's your Bible of what not to do.
This video so far, we've done nothing.
Oh, this one, yeah, this
because
one's good.
we got Tweedledum and Tweedledumbass here doing below the speed limit in front of us the entire length of the the Rattler.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to gauge how those turns would be. I mean, I know the Dragon was pretty technical. The Foothills Parkway was pretty nice. This kind of gives me Foothill Parkways vibes.
They were a little more
being
aggressive than the Foothill Parkway was, but Cherahola, I would say closer to what Cherahola was. You didn't get to do Cherahola.
That's another
either.
one I didn't get to do.
And I don't think we got video footage of that because we were down to just this camera and we were worried about running out of battery. Because Brad really wanted to get the Dragon with the dad Sportster, and we had less than 50% battery left, so he saved it, and we didn't get any of Cherahola, which was a shame because it was a great ride, and we'd already done the Dragon and videoed the Dragon more than once.
Yeah. Just for a little bit more context on that, recording this was mostly my idea. I kind of had a vision of what I wanted to do. I kind of wanted to do a little documentary movie. I wasn't expecting it to turn into what it has now become. So I put zero planning into it. I bought a GoPro and a chin mount, used my iPhone. I recorded some of the stuff we were doing leading up to the trip. I didn't know anything about angles and color correction and episodic content. I mean, I knew what it was. I just hadn't planned on actually doing it. So I was the only one rigged up the film. So with the chin mount and one camera and an iPhone, when I went down, I pretty much took out the entire recording setup. I was the only one with the mic that could record to the GoPro to catch the Cardo audio plus me talking and everything else. So I kind of fucked us on that accident. But thankfully, I mean, we did buy a second camera when we were down there, like I said before, at the 360. So we were able to still capture some pretty decent footage. Just, there you go, you're passing.
Yep.
You boys are moving.
Yeah, I might have got a little over the speed limit right there, and I believe my son is going to pass me here in a second. He didn't do it at first because I told him not to, but eventually I told him go have some fun, and he will pass me here eventually. I don't remember because we can't hear our audio like Jeremy was saying. He's the only one that had the mic connection.
Yeah, so I had to get a little creative on the rest of the videos that I'm not participating in, so that they're at least watchable. I mean, you add things like music, you do what you can with the road noise. But I'm happy that I get to see some of the stuff that I didn't get to do. I would have loved to have seen Cherahola, but I understand.
That's a scary thing right there.
Yeah, he didn't look like he wanted to stop.
I know.
Every time, I'm not used to, I'm used to looking for it, but I'm not used to calling it out until I started riding with you guys. And now it's all the time. Anybody coming from the left or the right. I told you on the way over here, I almost watched a car cross 3.5 lanes of traffic. And, the two sport bikes that were riding were 2 seconds slower. That would have been a wrap for him. He would have plowed into both of them.
Gotta love cagers.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah,
especially a big-ass pickup like that.
There he goes.
Yeah, there he goes. They fucking waited long enough to pass. Jesus, that was illegal.
There was that I told him to wait till after the intersection. I remember that, and then we saw the car coming from the left, and I believe there was another beige car coming towards us that we had to wait for. So I wanted to make sure it was clear with no intersection before he started to pass.
You know, those lean angles look real dope with the way that camera's mounted. It really looks like you're getting that big girl over.
I wish I had, because I have a shorter windshield for this that I didn't bring for the trip because, well, this one gives me less buffeting. But I wish I'd have had the shorter windshield for the camera angle and or the longer arm we bought later that gets the camera up higher.
Yeah, hindsight's 2020.
Yep.
Well, just like anything else. I mean, here we are. We're literally over a year removed from this footage. I mean, we have made several changes to the recording style and have invested into even more equipment to kind of up the production value so it's enjoyable to watch, you know.
You got much better at editing the videos too.
Yeah. I appreciate that.
Yeah, you can definitely see the progression from your first video to maybe not this one because we're dealing with one camera angle and basically no audio except for us talking heads here. You got to put up the little icon of the Muppets. You got to do it.
Yeah.
At this point, we're also we're taking it easy. If you watched any of our earlier videos, we were kind of hitting it pretty good. But after Jeremy met said guardrail, we I don't know. It was a little bit of a wake-up call to slow the hell down and be a little more sensible, and you know, gets in your head. So as you can see, we're not exactly scraping floorboards on this.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I'm still fucked up from that. I mean, those that have gone down understand it. It messes with you. I still, you got the damn wobbles again. I still have you know, when you lean the bike, I still have that kind of that feeling of what it was like to have it slip out from under you and go into it. But you guys couldn't really afford to get hurt because if Brad lays that bike down, that thing is gone.
Oh yeah, that bike's totaled.
Yeah, I mean, that thing's going to explode into a million pieces.
Plastic. At that point, we slowed down. I believe we were waiting for our third rider to catch up. We wanted to make sure he got through the curvy section. I believe a car had almost pulled out in front of him, so he slowed down. And we were making sure he was okay before we started going faster again. You'll see that happen a couple times. We'll pull over and check up.
That happened to him on in the Smoky Mountains. I remember that. We were riding and a damn car almost pulled out. Oh, and it almost happened to Brad and our stranger from Stranger Danger.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was at the tail end of that. I was running tail gunner, filming everybody moving through those.
I think Brad was road
twisties.
captain on that one, wasn't he? I was in the middle.
No, the stranger was the road captain. Brad and you were in the middle. I mean, I guess out of our group.
You're talking about the ride through right before your wreck.
Right before our wreck.
I thought you were talking about the guy on the circle in the Middletown.
No. That guy was just a dickhead. But anyway, no, the stranger that was riding with us, I didn't catch his name, but car pulled out of the parking spot there. I don't know how much you could see in the previous video, but yeah, I remember you're shouting brake, 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 and I'm coming through a turn. And I'm like, well, I'm not slamming on my brakes through this.
You probably couldn't hear us anyway.
Oh, I heard that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I came right up on it. I saw the car kind of moving. I didn't see the car pull out. But I mean, that was at least 3 times I could think of.
Yeah.
Well, now third with this.
And unfortunately, I think that's right after my video had died and we were strictly on your helmet cam.
Yeah.
So we didn't get to see it actually happen, and we just see your perspective, hearing the brake, 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 and you coming around the corner to us already almost stopped.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
Yeah, we're having a little more fun now. I think at some point up here we pull off again to check up. Oh, a little bit of a glitch there, just it? A little
artifacting going on there.
Yeah.
You can see the sun kind of coming off the dome of the camera.
Yeah, you can see all the little speckles of bugs and whatnot, and we got hit with rain the first day.
Oh yeah, that was.
Did we get that on video?
No, my camera died. That was.
And you were the only camera day one.
I was the only camera day one, and I had some extra batteries, but I didn't have as many as I have now because Lord knows GoPros. I
Eat
might be able to
batteries.
get an hour, and we were every bit of about 40 minutes in the Moonshiner's run before we had to dip off. Brad hitting his brakes.
Like I said, gets in your head.
Yeah.
Start not sure how sharp the curve's going to be, and you're like, I don't need to take it that fast. I think that's where Brad was in this run.
Oh, he almost ate it going down 276 the first time with that 15-mile-per-hour turn.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't see it. I didn't catch it on my video. You didn't catch it either because he was decent ahead of you, but freaked him out a little bit.
Yep. He stuck it, though. He made it through. Yeah, that bike had way more lean than he thought it did.
Yep. But yeah, GoPro batteries are only going to get you so far, and we
The 360 Enduros last about an hour and a half.
it's pretty good.
About an hour and a half on the Enduros with the 360.
I think
That's with front and back going, so you have both cameras on.
I think if I would have known better, you know what? I might not have had any more batteries because that was a long day. That was every bit of an 8-hour day between.
Oh yeah, from when we left till we got back. Oh, every bit. It might have been 10.
Yeah,
it was a long day.
God, it was what, Smoky Mountain National Park all the way through Gatlinburg.
We stopped in Gatlinburg, then we got lost. We eventually found Foothill Parkway.
Yeah.
Took that all the way down. We detoured up to 129 Harley.
Yep.
Stopped there for a little bit, cooled off, got back on the bikes, went down, did the tail.
Mm-hmm. Hung
then
out
we
for a little bit.
Yeah, hung out at the bottom. I think we had a bite to eat at the tail, didn't we? Did we have a burger or something at the tail?
I didn't get any food. I was all curved out by the time I was. That was stressful as fuck. I ain't gonna lie. It was fun, but like, that was pushing my skill level at the time, being a fairly new rider.
Yeah, maybe it was when Brad and I went. We stopped and got. I remember we ate down at the Deals Gap restaurant down there one time. I can't remember. It might have just been Brad and I. But shit, I lost it that quick. I'm getting old, man.
Yeah, you guys stopped at Deals Gap for food. I know we went to the general store and we looked around.
General store, went to the place across the street to get a picture in front of the Steel Dragon thing. Tree of Shame. So we stopped at Deals Gap. We got some food at the place at the bottom, and then we shot down Moonshiners towards pit stop, gas station.
Yeah.
Did we stop at the pit stop?
We did, because Brad got ahead of us, and we wanted to regroup so we wouldn't get lost coming back home.
Back to the video, we actually reached the end of where we wanted to go on the Rattler, and our buddy had to get back towards the house, so you'll see him coming up on the left here, maybe around this corner. There he is. Yeah, so he had to get back, so we all turned around and started heading back, so we're actually going to go back through the Rattler. I don't know if we actually completed the entire Rattler. I wasn't leading this particular ride, so I didn't map it out.
Well, nice thing is it gives us a reason to go back there and do it again, so.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta do it. We missed Dracula's driveway too. We missed it by not going through, was it Halloween Town and something else, Pumpkin Town or something?
Yeah, we ended up going back down the way we came to Looking Glass Falls.
Yeah.
Instead of going up Dracula's driveway. We had no idea where the road. We saw the map.
We covered like 3/4 of it.
Yeah.
We just didn't do that one little dip. We zigged when we should have zagged, and it didn't take us down. I mean, not that we knew what we were doing. No. We had no idea where the hell we were at. We were just riding.
We were just trying to get up to Pretty Place.
Well, this is coming back from Pretty Place.
Well, no, but I mean, that's what led us out to there. We got lunch. We happened to see one of those maps hung up on a wall with all the different, named rides. I'm using air quotes for that people make up to try and get tourism to their roads. But
I remember that one. I was looking at it, doing the videos and editing.
Pop it up here real quick, up in the corner. Boop.
Yeah.
I know we got the still of it.
When I was looking at it on Google to see, it's like right around where that distillery was, you had to make a left. And it basically would just take you this little loop south and then come back up, and you'd wind up back on the same road that we were on anyway, going back north.
Papa Moonshine Distillery.
Yep. Not Smoky Mountain. Cedar Mountain Moonshine. Check them out if you're ever down there. It's a small, quaint place.
Good
fucking
moonshine.
Awesome. Yeah. I still have some. I haven't even drank it all yet. I got through
Oh.
most of it on my birthday, though, for at least one jar. Ooh, boy.
Yeah, you were pretty toasty on your birthday.
Yeah, pretty drunk. What else is new?
Oh, here we go again.
Them wobbles.
I
Yeah, they
wanna
make
go
a line
fast,
dance
I wanna
song
go
about
fast,
that.
I want to go fast.
Yeah, so I think at this point in time, I'm over at the Biltmore with the girl I was with at the time.
Yeah, you were doing touristy shit.
Yeah.
We were riding switchbacks.
Yeah, so don't feel bad for me. I still had my vacation salvaged. Like, I had a great time. I mean, I would have rather have not wrecked. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, that fucked up my whole delicate balance of nature. But I was still able to do some cool stuff.
Now the question is, would you have still rode if you didn't wreck?
Yes, because I would have had a tail vehicle.
Oh, that's right. She had a chase vehicle.
Yeah.
I forgot.
We would have had a chase vehicle if we
And
would
she
have went down.
definitely would have kept up the way she drove.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You want to talk about somebody's butthole puckering? Holy
Woo!
shitballs! Like a day after going down, or maybe 2 days removed. Yeah, it's probably 2 days removed. It was that Thursday or whatever. Fucking drifting around a damn turn coming out of Gatlinburg. First time I have ever grabbed a no shit bar and actually meant to. You think you'd warn somebody that was just in a motorcycle accident? I mean, it was fun. Don't get me wrong. I'm not mad at it at all. It was just took me by surprise.
Oh, I knew she was going to take you for a ride when she had a burnout in the driveway of the rental house.
Yeah, so don't feel bad for me. I mean, I had a great time, and it just gives me a reason to come back down here and do the rest of these rides. I mean, now that we kind of know the area a little bit more, we can hit up what was it, the Copperhead, do the rest of Dracula's Driveway.
Do full moonshine.
Yeah, we can actually go down to Georgia, I think is where it puts you out.
Yeah, what is it, Bridal Falls? You can get that picture with the bike in
Yep.
front of the falls and stuff.
Yep. That would have been pretty cool.
You can actually do Charahola.
If we weren't so fucking wiped that day, we probably could have went down there and done it. I wouldn't have been able to film it because I think I was out of battery.
we were totally, everything was out except for the cell phones that were plugged into the bikes.
Yeah, I had 0 battery at that point in time. Yeah, so the batteries are your only limiting factor when you're doing this.
I guess it could be SD cards depending on how much memory you got.
Oh, I brought a bunch of those.
Well, we actually just bought the one when we bought the camera down there because I didn't have any spares with me.
Yeah. I didn't even realize we didn't.
I think this is where Brad and I go, right?
Oh, you know what? You did point out because you're like, yeah, if we make that right, we'd head down the rest of Moonshiners. And when I watched the video again, you were right.
Yeah.
Because we stayed on, I think it was at 441 on the way back.
Yeah, there's a part of Moonshiner where you hop on that highway and then you get off of it to continue. I've never done, well, let me correct that. I've never done that part of Moonshiner and knowingly.
Yeah.
I did a good portion of it looking back at my Google Maps when we got lost for like an hour and a half. It was the day before this. Brad and I went out, just the two of us, and yeah, we got lost. That was a long, long, long day.
Yeah, you thought what we did on Sunday was long.
We left at, God, like 7, 8 o'clock, had breakfast, and then we headed out after that. I don't think we got back to Maggie Valley till just before 6. Then we had to drive all the way to Pigeon Forge to do the dinner show we had already bought tickets for.
Yep.
At, I think it was 9 or 10 was the showing.
Oh, it was before that.
Yeah? It was at 8 o'clock showing.
Yep.
Okay, 8 o'clock
7
show.
or 8.
7 or 8, something like that. But I remember we made the show. We were about 10, 15 minutes before we had to walk in for the show. And then we were at that show. It was
about
like
an hour.
Nah, it was like 2 hours.
Was it?
It was a long
I
show.
didn't feel like it was 2 hours.
I just remember we didn't get home till midnight.
That's because it was a long ass ride back. Because we didn't cut through the park.
No,
we took highway, so we had
the
to go
highway was
around the
actually
mountain.
faster time wise, not shorter, but faster time wise.
Oh, I thought it was longer because
Now,
I had to
if
go
you're
around
in
the mountain.
if you're in Gatlinburg, going through the park's faster.
Gotcha.
But if you're in Pigeon Forge, going down the highway is faster.
Looks like you guys are grouping back up. Must have.
Yep.
I saw a lot of traffic, like side stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not sure at what point though.
Looks like we're rolling again. All bikes accounted for, and my son taking off like an idiot.
Yeah, it's kind of one of the reasons why maybe not every group does this, but at least ours does. We just get separated sometimes. I mean, I'll catch myself now. I'll be looking, and he'll yell at me like, "Oh, you gonna come up or what?" And like I'll just be looking around. I mean, I just fucking zone out sometimes. I'll be on some of those back roads, and you just want to look at the scenery, or it's a particularly nice day, nice weather.
Yeah, some people just ride at different paces too. I mean, I'm trying to keep up with somebody on a sport bike, and not everyone wants to ride at that pace. Here we go.
You guys gonna race?
I think we do. Though I jump him. I know I jump him here. I do it on purpose because I know that bike should dust me. And he kept wheeling, so I had him for a good bit after we go.
Oh,
Here
man.
we go. Yeah, we're going. This is all the Road Glide has. She's stock at this. She's stock. So, I mean, this is all Harley gave her. We're rolling pretty good. He does pass me eventually, but he kept wheeling. I remember I'd look back and he'd be up on the back wheel and have to let out of it, back up on the back wheel again and let out of it. And
I wish I had the backwards footage.
Yeah, me too. Well, he was right alongside me the entire time. I'd look over, like glance to the right, and all I'd see is the wheel about head level. He just couldn't keep the damn tire down. And I'm laughing the whole time, of course, because, you don't got to worry about a tire with a bagger, at least not stock.
That's true. You can wheelie that big bitch.
I've seen people do it. I'm not one of them.
I've seen them too. I don't know if I would want to. I don't know if I... Ooh. First off, it's expensive if you don't land it. Second, that's a lot of weight to get up.
What are they, about 900 pounds?
Probably somewhere around
Somewhere
there.
around there. I ain't exactly light.
Bet you weigh more than a Ford Pinto. All the hay bales and everything. At least here, if you go off the road, I mean...
I wish I had the 360 going for this footage because this valley was beautiful.
Yeah.
Looking around, it was beautiful. And unfortunately, like I said, was this the third time we used this GoPro?
Yeah.
I think it was the second time I used it because we've had it on Brad's bike the previous day, so I wasn't controlling it.
Yeah, let the kids handle the technology, right?
Yeah, exactly. He would have had it on his bike on this, but unfortunately, the only thing we had brought with us was a handlebar clamp mount for the GoPro. And obviously Jeremy's helmet mount, well, Jeremy was out. The helmet mount is glue. It's by adhesive, so you can't take that off and pop it on another helmet. So all I had to work with was the handlebar mount. And it was made for a Harley, and it wouldn't fit the handlebars of his sport bike. And there was nowhere else on the sport bike that had a large enough diameter pipe that could fit the, because I think I got 1.5 bars on the Road Glide. So there was nothing that was at least 1.5 inches on his bike that we could mount the GoPro on. So anytime he took the Ninja somewhere, it had to be mounted on my bike.
I'm surprised they didn't give you a spacer to fit smaller handlebars. I know I got some for mine.
Well, again, I wasn't planning on bringing a GoPro, so
Yeah.
I'm using the clamp mount that is actually the RAM mount for my phone.
Right.
And I just put the GoPro adapter we had bought from Best Buy with we bought the GoPro kit, the SD card, and the RAM ball mount adapter thing.
What's that place?
I don't know.
It's like a little restaurant. There are a lot of bikes there.
Yeah, it's a cafe, it says. We should have stopped.
Yeah, I was about to say, why didn't you?
Well, I think we're looking back at it. I don't know why we didn't stop there. I think we just ate breakfast before this, didn't we?
It was, I don't know when you guys are there.
This was, this is the day we tried the other place, isn't it? It wasn't the Buttered Biscuit, it was the other one.
Joey's Pancake House.
Joey's Pancake
That's where
House.
We went. Yeah.
We went there in the morning. You guys went to Biltmore, and we did the Rattler.
Yeah.
Dropped Jay off. Yeah, don't pay attention to that.
It's only illegal if you get caught.
But we dropped Jay off at the house, and Brad and I continued on to, I think it's called Cherokee, which was the next town or two over.
Yep.
Because there was a Harley dealer we had passed like a half dozen times going on the other rides, but it was either too late or we were trying to get somewhere at a certain time, so we didn't have time, and we had nothing planned for the afternoon of this day. So Brad and I went all the way out to that particular Harley dealer, which Jeremy can pop a picture on up here. And
Can, but I won't. I'm kidding. I might.
of course, but
We'll see.
yeah. You ever see those videos? They're always like, I'm gonna pop a link right here, and they never put it up there.
Yeah. You know what's really fancy is when they do it and they actually point it. I mean, but you can't see us.
Yeah.
Thank God.
But yeah, we stopped at that Harley dealer. Walked around, got our little challenge coin we always grab from them to keep in our display cases of everywhere we've been.
We stopped there too.
Yeah, you did in the car.
Yep. Did a fucking U-turn in the middle of the road, and I was like, "Hey, let's stop there."
That does not surprise me at all.
Not at a light, literally in the middle of the road.
That does not surprise me at all. I remember who you're talking about now. Crazy. Just does not even start to describe that.
But I got my. I got my
look at this. We got Superman here.
Oh yeah.
He's Jax Tellerin.
He had his arms out, huh?
Yep, he was standing up too. That was that picture.
Yep.
We had.
Yep.
He's like, "Are you recording?" And I'm like, "I don't know. It might be dead by now." It's like, I think the red light's flashing.
He wanted me to do a good video of him on the Dragon. I don't even know if he's actually watched it yet.
The one with he's on the Sporty.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a nice leisurely trip through the Dragon.
I don't know. He didn't say anything about it. I don't know if he even watched it.
I cannot tell you.
What an asshole. Brad, if you're watching this, you're an asshole if you didn't watch that yet. I'm probably going to tell you sooner, but I also want it documented for future generations to know that I called you an asshole for not watching that.
Yeah, you made the video for him.
Exactly.
And
what a dick. Get no respect. It's more that...
I think he might regret selling that bike.
Man,
he talks about it a lot. He's like, I wish I wouldn't have sold that bike.
When I rode the 400 a couple years back at that demo day, I liked it. I mean, I wouldn't pay top dollar for one because I won't ever ride it the way he does. But it was fun. It was light as fuck.
Dude, I wish we'd have had this camera mounted on his bike for the Dragon run.
Oh, yeah.
Because he was a good 2 minutes ahead of me, and I was like a minute ahead of you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was just wicked. I wish I could have seen the run. I mean, the only footage we have of him is like 30 seconds before he disappears off our camera.
Basically, the overlook leading up to the Cattail Straits, I think it is.
Yeah, but he was gone.
Yeah, he's gone after that. There was no...
And then we have he tried to do the reverse phone selfie video. And the wind and the shaking was so bad that the video is just horrible quality. It was pretty bad.
It worked out for me though. I mean, it wasn't the greatest. Now, when you put it in a smaller screen, it looks a lot better.
Yeah.
I wouldn't full screen it because it looks terrible. You can see literally the whole bike vibrating. But I bet his bike doesn't vibrate nearly as bad as mine does. So it was.
Well, see, Harleys are deceiving. At idle, they shake like a son of a bitch. Like you saw my camera dancing when we had it on that like 12-inch pod. It was just shaking around like 2 or 3 inches in each direction. It was kind of comical. Which GoPro stabilization is great because you don't notice it in the video. It looks like I'm shaking. What did you call me? I look like a chihuahua?
Yeah,
shaking.
Like a pissed off chihuahua.
But the camera held the screen and the background was all steady. But once you get off idle, $2,000 or more, the Harleys tend to smooth out. Whereas the parallel twins on that 650, they tend to get buzzy. And he had a handlebar stem mounted ram mount. So it was right there in front of the tank. The camera was nestled down in there. And it got really buzzy because he was, high RPM. I don't know exactly what those bikes rev up to, but I guarantee he was up there the entire time.
Yeah, that's...
And that was before your wreck when, he still had that I'm invincible mindset. I mean, come on, he left us on Foothill Parkways and was asleep on his bike when we caught up to him.
Yeah, I remember that. Did that at Pit Stop. He did that at a couple places there. we got 700+ pound Harleys, and he's on this little 400-pound Ninja. I hope you are nimble.
Well, he weighs less than, well, at least me. He don't weigh less than you, but he weighs less than me, too.
He might be a little bit more than me. He might have been lighter than me there, though. He's put on some weight. I mean, not
well,
like...
now he's
hasn't
back
gotten...
down. Now I think he's $160 or $170 now.
Oh, he weighs less than me now.
Yeah. He's in the academy now, so he's dropped 30-something pounds.
Well, he was bulking before we went.
Before he went, he was.
Yeah.
But you don't get the bulk in the academy.
Nope. Because I think when we looked at the rides, it was what? You had a 2022, he had a 2021, had a 2020, and Paco had the 19.
Yeah,
they were in sequential order. Which
we didn't plan. Well, we did have an 09 there. There was an 09.
Yeah, it was there.
We brought it was a backup bike. We have my dad's old Sporty that immaculate. We've really maintained it very well. My dad did as well, and I've put some work into it since, and it has actually come as the backup bike on the trailer twice to Tennessee and North Carolina on 2 different trips, and it never saw the road. So I'm going to say second to last day, I think it was Thursday, because this is Friday, right?
Yeah.
So Thursday, Brad decided to put the Ninja in the trailer, and he took out the Sporty so it would see the roads out here. We did the tail, we did Charahola, part of Moonshiners, stopped at Fontana Dam.
Yeah.
We stopped there. Great outlook if you want to see some good shots of that. I'm pretty sure in one of these videos we have some stills of it.
Pretty sure he took the Sporty out because that had to be hurting his back.
Oh, yeah.
To be riding that long on that kind of a bike. I know that first day, man, I'm surprised he wasn't hunched over the rest of the damn trip.
Yeah.
He was on that sport bike for 8 to 10 hours that day.
Yeah, we had, 2 tanks of gas?
Something like that.
I think it was
We got the good shit in Deal's Gap, too.
Yeah, the
100% gas, no ethanol.
Non-ethanol.
Man,
that's good stuff.
Fucking rocket fuel.
Yeah, I think he was getting with the non-ethanol. I think he was getting like 50 miles to the gallon. I couldn't believe it.
It was something ridiculous. Yep, it was good shit. I know I got better gas mileage on that one. I mean, we weren't riding like assholes after that. We were all curved out at that point in time.
Oh, the ride home, we were so freaking tired.
Oh, I missed getting the damn part after 441 when we got rained on. Whatever route that was, I don't even know what road it was. I didn't even find it in any of the files that we had from like GPS and all that stuff. When we went through those like real twisty sections that popped us out on the road the house was on.
We went around Cherokee.
Did we?
We had to have gone around Cherokee. We took some back roads around Cherokee because it was around dinner time, I think.
Yeah.
And Cherokee was like busy as shit, if I remember. Like it was all red on the GPS. So there was like alternate route, these back windy ass roads, and it like took us up a mountain and then down the mountain to Maggie Valley.
Yep.
And they were windy, kind of like this, and it started raining, and we had some pissed off members. See, this is a cool guy. He used to pull off. That's what you're supposed to do. Thank you. Congrats, sir or ma'am, whoever you were.
More of y'all need to do the same.
Yes.
At least in places like this. I mean, come on, I'm not expecting it everywhere, but these are destinations. People want to go there and ride. Brad's getting there for a minute.
Yeah. At this point, we've been riding 2 hours, I think.
I forget how long they said the Rattler actually took, but it was probably, I mean, if you didn't do the whole thing, you probably did pretty damn close to it.
Yeah, I mean, the video, I think without edits is about 50 minutes, so you figure 25 in each direction.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we did the whole thing, but probably pretty close. We were going really slow that first 4 miles or so, 5 miles when we were behind the dam. Trucks that were doing below the speed limit.
It looked like his back end kicked out a little bit on that. Did you see that?
Nah, I think he just overcorrected.
Did he?
I don't think he necessarily got the tire to skip.
I had to run that back and look at it. It almost looked like it's, I mean, obviously it didn't because he's upright, but I mean, whew. Made my heart drop a little bit.
Yeah, he's not really on it. He's not leaning that far. He's going slow to let the old man keep him in frame.
He's got to show off for all his little girlfriends. He's going to show all this shit too, right?
I mean, as you can see, I'm leaning the road glide pretty good, but he's barely even thinking of leaning at Ninja.
Yeah, it's been kind of cool to get Paco's perspective of it too. Now, you know what? We lied. We lied. We haven't been completely honest with you. There was another GoPro.
That's right.
Yep.
There was. I forgot about that.
Paco brought his, but it was an old GoPro.
Yep. I think it was a 5 or a 6.
And the way he sits on his bike versus the mount that he had, he didn't have a chin mount like I did. He had a chest mount.
Chest mount, yeah.
And all you saw was tank.
Tank in the back of the fairing, like not even the clear part.
Not
like
even the
plastic.
good part.
Yeah, it was pretty bad footage.
Yeah, that was disappointing too, because we could have had it for this one. We could have had 2 different perspectives.
Yeah, we'd had the front or the middle and the back, because he's riding third right now. He's riding caboose, tail gunner, I think is what they call it.
Yep. Yeah, that would have been nice to be able to splice up the footage a little bit, keep it more interesting, because, you know, this is cool and all, but I mean, I imagine most people are going to watch something like this are going to be, you know, enthusiasts. They're not going to be like your average person that just happens to see it and click on it and see what it's like. I mean, I'll be honest with you, a lot of this shit just looks the same, even when editing. I don't know where the hell you're at unless we pass a landmark.
Well, you will get the landmark at the end.
Yep.
There is a big sign that says the Rattler for those who haven't been on this before. There is a sign at the beginning, or I guess I should say the southern end of the Rattler. I don't believe there's a sign at the northern end.
I thought it was a loop, wasn't it?
Nah, it's not a loop, it's a straight line.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a loop.
Nope. There is, like, people have taken other, I'm going to use air quotes again, named roads and made a loop. I believe it's called Maggie Valley Rides is the name of the site, and they have a whole bunch of rides within a few hours of Maggie Valley that I highly recommend. They got restaurants, hotels, cabins, etc. to stay there, different activities to do if you're not into motorcycling, but they do have a bunch of pre-planned destination type rides that are already mapped out, and I believe they even have the files to put them in your GPS. So they did link together a couple of these. A Rattler, I think it was Copperhead and something else to make a loop out of it. And they called it, I don't know, something like the Maggie Valley Loop 1 or something like that.
I remember seeing something. I'd have to look at it again, but I didn't remember. I thought it was naturally a loop. Oh yeah, look at that.
Now, we went straight line. I'm not sure if it'll make the final cut, but we actually turn in a pull off and bang a Yui at what we believe was the end. But either way, we had to turn around and start heading back. So at some point here, I'm going to pass Brad again because, well, I got the GPS and Brad doesn't like riding first unless he's going through twisty roads.
Yeah. It threw me for a second looking at that fence over there. I was like, is that an embankment? Yeah, it is an embankment.
Yeah,
okay.
it does go up and down.
Yep. Look like a wave. I'm like, what the? I know it's late. Like, my eyes playing tricks on me?
Yeah, it is after midnight. Asshole keeping me up here. Recording some damn commentary for a video.
We should have had this done.
Oh, yeah. We definitely should have done this like 6 months ago.
So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a spoiler. We meant to record this about a month ago while we were on location filming the next limited series that, God willing, will probably hit sometime this fall. I don't know when. Don't hold me to it. Yes, there is something in the works, currently being worked on. It is currently in post-production.
You teased it on Instagram, I think. Check out his Instagram. I'm pretty sure you teased something on it, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, there was some
saying
pictures
we were heading down there or something like that. It's down.
It's no
there you go.
secret.
It's down. Oh, here you go.
Yeah.
Here's the sign.
It's no secret. We did it. It's just I don't want to put a time frame or any stress on me on when I'm going to actually get it out. But I am shooting for the fall. It's in post-production now, being edited and all that kind of fun stuff.
Cool. Well, that's the Rattler, folks. Here's the sign with the awesome U-Haul trailers they put behind it to, give you that great picturesque background.
Wow, that would really mess up a photo, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it does. It does. I think at some point, wow, that's a lean. I didn't realize my bike was leaning that much. She doesn't go down, don't worry. I did have the puck out. I had Paco come up and grab my puck and stick it under there for me. I think I ended up readjusting eventually, but no, this is all you're going to see. We end up taking our bikes, putting them in front of the sign, take some pictures, which you'll see here, and here,
And that's it.
and here.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I mean, we were supposed to have done this a month ago, and here we are. We're still getting it done. So we can round out this series and put it to bed and move on to bigger and brighter things.
I don't know about bigger, but hopefully brighter.
Yeah,
That's a pretty big trip. This is
Yeah, that's a good point.
8 days, I think it was.
Something like that.
Next time we're driving. I'm not towing.
That's what he says.
Yeah, I hear you. We're driving down. I will.
You know damn good well we're not going to get a few of them to ride down with us.
I'll ride down by myself. I don't give a shit. I'll meet you down there. Have your bike shipped down. You
fair
can fly
enough.
down.
Fair enough. Well,
I'm not towing again.
he says that now. Just like when you get really drunk and then you swear off alcohol for like that first week, and then next weekend you're out there. There'll be more adventures to come.
More adventures. I'm not towing. I towed the last trip. That's the last time.
All right. Well, that does it for this episode of Tales of the Dragon. I hope you guys enjoyed the commentary and the banter of getting a little bit of an expose of what we did while we were, down in Tennessee and North Carolina. So hopefully you guys continue to tune in and see some of the other work that we're putting in. We got a lot of great content coming out over the next several months. So we'll catch you all then. Peace.
Peace.